Circle of fifths are very important element in music, and today we are going to learn of the circle of fifths, and we are going to understand how they form at least an important part of music. So we are going to learn how the fifths are going to at least help in understanding the key signatures, as well as understanding how you can modulate from one key signature to another key signature. And the other thing as well that you're going to learn and understand is the relationship between the key signatures, or the keys, major keys, and their minor keys as we use the circle of fifths. We are also going to see the chords which are there, how we can come up with chords in the circle of fifths. Now here we have this our circle. So we are going to start as C major, because there is no sharp or there is no flat in C. So we are going to start with C as our major scale, or as our major key that we are going to start with. Now we are going to move in clockwise direction and as well as anti-clockwise direction. So when we move in a clockwise direction, we are going to move upwards a fifth, a perfect fifth, in an upward direction, or upward, going upward. So when we move upward in a perfect fifth, we are going to move from C, we are going to move to C, D, E, F, G. We are going to go to G. Now after going to G, we are going to move again upward in a perfect fifth direction, or in a perfect fifth interval. After having your G, from G, a perfect fifth upward is D. Perfect fifth upward from D is A. Then we move to E. A perfect fifth above E is B. Then the perfect fifth above B is F sharp. Then the perfect fifth above F sharp is C sharp. After that, we have seen that we have moved from C to C sharp. So from C, we are going to move to F. F is going to give us a perfect fifth downward. Now, from F, you are going to go to B flat, being your perfect fifth downward. After B flat, from B flat, you are going to move to E flat, a perfect fifth downward. A perfect fifth down from E flat is going to give you A flat. Then a perfect fifth down from A flat is going to give you D flat. Then a perfect fifth down from D flat is going to give you G flat. Then a perfect fifth down from G flat is going to give you C flat. So all these, we have seen that there are those which are sharing, and as you can see, we have already constructed the perfect fifth for major keys. Starting from C, we have seen how it runs up to C sharp. Then starting from C, going downwards, it runs up to C flat. So that's a complete for the major scales. So we are going to see again the relative minor. For a major key signature, you go upward major sixth, and the major sixth gives you the following. From C, we are going to have A, and we are going to write that minor in a lower case. So we have A as the minor of C. Then from G, the relative minor of G is going to give you E. The relative minor of D is going to give you B. The relative minor of A is going to give you F sharp. Then the relative minor of F sharp of E is going to give you C sharp on the lower case. Then the relative minor of B, a G sharp. Yeah. Then the relative minor of F sharp is going to give you a D sharp. Going to give you a D sharp. Then the relative minor of C sharp is going to be A sharp. So we have dealt with the ones which are having the key signatures of sharp. We can also find the relative minors of the ones with the flats. So the relative minor of F is D. The relative minor of B flat is G. The relative minor of E flat is C. The relative minor of A flat is F. Then we have the following. The relative minor of D flat is going to be D flat is going to give you a B flat. B flat, so they are the same as A sharp. Then the relative minor of G flat is going to be E flat. Then the relative minor of C flat is going to be an A flat. So as you can see, we have at least identified in the circle of fifths I've given us the major keys and their relative minors. There is something as well that we are going to learn from this circle of fifths, is that you can easily see the chords, or you can easily see the chords of any of the key. For example, we can start from C. C being our root chord, or we can say that number 1. If it is number 1, it is for the C major scale, it is the chord which are going to make C major. The first chord is going to be C major, because this is a major scale. So the first chord is going to be C major. Then we can easily see that the ones which are surrounding are the 5th chord and the 4th chord. The 5th chord is the 5th above, and the 4th chord is the 5th below. So here is the 5th chord and the 4th chord. So here we have got all these are major scales which are surrounding. So we can try to give it like this from here up to here. We can say that these are major ones, the major chords which are here. Then we know that D is the 2nd chord, and that D is going to be a minor, and A is the 6th chord, which is a minor. E is the 3rd chord, which is a minor. So these ones are going to be for relating to the key signature, or to the key of C. These chords are going to be minor chords. These ones are major chords. Then the last one to be looked for the key signature C, or for the key of C, is B. And this B is going to be the last one, which is diminished one. So the B is a diminished because it is the 7th chord of key C, which is diminished. So we can see that the chords, we can also get the quality of the chords from these circle of fifths. There's one last thing that we are going to see about the circle of fifths, which is so much important. But before that, there is something that we need to at least see. Flat or sharp for C, it is 0. There's no flat, there's no sharp. Now, going a fifth ahead, G, having 1 sharp, here has got 1 sharp. Then we here have 2 sharps. Then A has 3 sharps. Then E major has 4 sharps. Then B major has 5 sharps. F sharp major has 6 sharps. C sharp major has 7 sharps. Then if we come on the anti-clockwise direction, F major has 1 flat. C doesn't have flat or sharp. Then B flat has 2 flats. E flat major has 3 flats. A flat major has 4 flats. D flat major is having 5 flats. Then G flat major is having 6 flats. Then C flat major is having 7 flats. There's one more last thing that we need to know when we are using the circle of fifths. We can use the circle of fifths to help us to modulate well. And we are going to see the easy ones, the easy keys to modulate to. when you are modulating, changing the key in the course of writing your song, the easy ones to modulate to and the difficult ones to modulate to. Now, let's assume you are starting you're writing your song in C, in the key of C. The easiest one to modulate to is A minor. You can easily modulate to A minor if you're writing a song in C. Then the other easy one, which is so much easy to modulate to, is the fifth above or the fifth below. So the fifth above is G major. You can modulate from C to G major, and then you can also modulate to A flat major. It is very easy for you to modulate from C to A minor. You can also easily move from C to G major because it is just a fifth. You need to add one accidental, which is a sharp. Then you can also easily modulate from C to F major, wherein you are just going to add one flat. So it is very easy for you to at least know the easy keys for you to modulate to. Then after that, you can also see, you can also modulate from C to E a bit. The level of difficulties is a bit high. You can modulate from key of C to E minor, or you can also modulate from C to D minor. Why? Because the E minor is one of the chords in the scale of C major. It is the sixth one. It is the third one. E minor is the third chord, so you can easily modulate to E minor, but a bit challenging compared to G and A and F. Then you can also modulate to D minor because it is the second chord. D minor is the second chord, so you can easily modulate into all these keys. The one which is difficult to modulate again is B, C to B flat. That's a bit, there's no relation from C to B flat. The ones which are on or which are not closer to the C, to the your key which you are starting, or your starting key. So all these are so much important. That's why the circle of fifth is so much important, and I hope that this one has helped you.